Hi guys, Pavel from EMOTD speaking. In today's video, I will start my new project for my server, I would say, where I will run some nodes, and this project will have a lot of modified things. For example, modified this motherboard or customized a bit. Both these radiators will be modified, same as this motherboard, with this copper spray, so it will be fun DIY. And this is the first part. During this video I will show how I paint the radiators and some parts of the motherboard. Later there will be some tubing action from the copper bars, so it will be special by its own. So without further ado, let's go and start the business. Okay, so we will start with a quick unboxing of the rads, and I will show you what I am going to do. First, standard packing, screws and mounting things, radiator, this performance edition of 240mm EK radiator will be fully painted with this copper color. Expect the bars. I don't want to repaint the bars because it can block the disappearing of the heat. So that's the first thing what we are going to do. And the second thing will be the motherboard, where I will show you exactly what I will do. First, remove unnecessary things. This box comes with a leak tester. I already have one, but better have two than none. So that's a cool feature. Here we have a full block, nicely packed, not opened yet. In this block I will unscrew this sidebar and I will repaint it to the copper color either, because copper color is the theme color of this build. Okay, last thing, motherboard. Let's put it aside. I don't want to touch it more than is necessary. So, what I will do, I will repaint this part and this part to the copper color, and this whole heatsink and this whole heatsink, and of course this will be repainted to the copper color. So I will need to remove these all plastics and unscrew these two heatsinks and this big one. It has 3 screws from the back side. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. These 3 screws. And after that we can start with the painting. So let's go and do some painting. But first we need to do a few preparations. Okay, first I need to start with using these gloves. I really hate them because it's quite difficult to work with them for me, but this time it is necessary because I was going to paint the things, and the additional grease from my hands is not good for the painting. So let's start with the motherboard. First we will remove this. I hope that it will be feasible. I never done this in this kind of a motherboard, so we'll see. There is one screw, second screw, and I hope that I will not need to unscrew more of them, because there is none. These two holds the specific thing on the motherboard, so this is not this plastic heatsink. It's heatsink, just the cover, it's not a heatsink. Okay, remove first screw. One. Here you can see that under the screw there is a plastic circle wash, plastic wash to isolate it, which is perfect. What is fun for me that the screws look a bit gigantic for what they are used, but not much what we can do about it. Okay, so let's put it around and hope that we can remove it. Okay, perfect. Only thing which left is this connector for the RGB. So let's put it out and we are done. Whatever, a bit of the falling. This is just the IO shield, and here is the plastic thing. I will paint this part, maybe the both sides, but we'll see, I'm not sure. But definitely this top part. Okay, and next we can continue to the heatsink. This one, okay. Oh, okay. There is this cool feature to not to lost the screw. I can clearly remove this cover, so perfect. And this whole thing will be sprayed to the copper color. What's next? Yes, the easiest thing will be the second heatsink. Okay. It's just aesthetical, but as you can see, okay, I would say fuck. Not lost a screw, perfect. That look at the size of the heatsink, but only here is the M.2, which is quite funny, but yeah, for the aesthetics. Okay, and for the last thing, which is the heatsink for the chipset, and the rest of the heatsink will be mounted with 1, 2, 3 screws. So let's put them aside. Okay, nice. Not to my biggest point is to not to lose the plastic washes, because it's damn hard to find them for sale anywhere. Okay, and not to damage the PCB of the board, of course. Okay, I'm glad that it was not fell off by its own. Easy, easy. Here is a thermal pad, not the paste, which is mixed feelings, I would say, but it doesn't really that matter. This is very solid piece of aluminum or something. It's not aluminum, probably because it's quite heavy, so it have to be a copper, which is beautiful. So I will here spray this part and this part, and that's everything which we will recolor from the motherboard. So now we can put the motherboard aside. Yes, we can start. We can do that. I'm putting this motherboard aside. And what we are going to do now, we have to prepare the parts for spraying. So we need to cover the parts which we don't want to be recolored. Okay. I should prepare this before the video. Okay. And now let's go start with covering this thing. On the video I will speed it up because it will take some time. So right now I'm stop speaking and just watch. Okay, I would say it's far from the best, but it's definitely covered. So the last detail here. About the bottom side, I don't care that much. Okay, yeah, this is fine, this is fine. So first thing, second thing here. Perfect. I would say perfect. Last thing. now I would say we are pretty decently fine. So this part will be recolored, this part and this part. I quietly covered it from below, not that necessary, but for sure, because I will just put it this way on the table and start spraying. So the chance that I will spray the bottom part is really low. And that's everything what we need to do for the motherboard. And now let's go for the radiators. Okay, first one. So what we need to do, I will put this aside. And yeah, somebody of you may notice that I put aside my gloves. I will solve it later with using the alcohol to remove all the grease from the components which will be recolored in the future. So what we need to do, we need to just cover the bars. So we'll see. Here we are. I will clean the things with this isopropanol. It is more or less pure alcohol, so it will not leave any, I would say, rests of the paper and the watermark, or how to call it, on the surface. So that's perfect. Let's put the gloves on. For this, yeah, I need both. Okay, open it, paper towel, and let's go. Okay, just quick one. We don't need to be extra because we are the first one who is touching this radiator. It's completely new, which is perfect. Okay, first red is clean. Let's bring the second one. Second red. Can you see how quickly it evaporates? That's absolutely awesome. For cleaning anything, almost even expect acrylic. Don't use alcohol for acrylic. It cleans everything perfect, fast, and without any. You can see completely clean and dry and nothing. Beautiful. Okay. Second red and the motherboard components. Just quick touch. Okay. Okay. And now we are ready and we can move next to the garage outside where we put the color on these beautiful things. So let's go. And that's probably it from the painting, and we'll see how it will looks like when it will be completely dried. I'm quite curious about it because there is a high probability that we will repaint it all again. So see you in a while. So right now we are 24 hours after I spray the copper color on the components. As you can see, they are absolutely perfect. Yeah, from this side it is not a perfect, but it was this way, but I really don't care because it will be blocked like this, so I will see only these two parts and they are absolutely beautiful. Here you can see the heat sinks. I think that they are absolutely glorious. And first we start with it is not an unboxing, it's unwrapping of the parts after painting. And after that I will complete the motherboard and the CPU block back together. So this will be the last part of this video. So without further ado, let's continue with this section. This is finished. I don't need to do anything with this. Just check this out. It's absolutely glorious. Okay, that's a part of the CPU block. This is the first heatsink. So let's start with the unwrapping. Now I need to remove the sticker from the screw. And here we go. The blackish screw is just perfect, or at least I really love it. Yeah, there is few, not the perfect, well, I don't know how to call it, points, because probably the heatsink was some kind of a dirty, or I'm not sure, but doesn't really matter. From the far distance than from 10 centimeters you don't see anything bad, so just perfect. And from the back side, as you can see, it's almost perfectly clean, so nice job. Next, the second heatsink. Oh, it's too much of the things. I want to let this, or is it? What the hell? Yeah, it is. I want to let the cover on the thermal pad like this. Perfect. And now let's then screw. Just perfect. Here you can see a bit the old text, which says, what does it says? M.2 something, doesn't really matter. This is a plastic cover for the I/O or something like that. So let's unwrap it. Let's start here. Okay. And the magic moment of truth. I think that it looks absolutely perfect. Much better than I expect, to be honest. And I'm very happy about the look of this part, because it's so smooth and it is perfectly fitting with the carbon part. And if I add, I don't know if I will use the RGB or not, but some kind of a orange-ish, yellow, orange color here, or maybe red, will be just perfect. And last part from the motherboard. To be honest, I'm quite curious how this part will looks like. Okay. Oh, let's go to the interesting part of the heatsink, and I think that we are so fine. This is absolutely glorious and perfect. I really like that. Yeah, the sides. I'm still not sure, but I'm happy. I thought about idea to remove, because this logo is just a sticker which is glued to the heatsink, to remove it and make everything copper color. But I think that this composition, where only the sides are from the copper color and the rest is black with the sticker on top, is just perfect. I am very happy for my decision. Okay, and now the radiators. I think that the color composition is perfect. I don't want to use the RGB fans, so I expect only black ones. So I think that in combination with this color, the black and this color will be more or less same like this, and it will be perfect. Okay, ta-da! This thing look much better than I thought that it will look like. Absolutely perfect. EK should do this kind of a color by default, I think. Okay. Yeah, this is a old, I don't know how to call it, to not to let the color go inside. So I think that is perfect. And this is just plastic, so I will remove it later. Second radiator. This is nuts. I can't imagine the better finish than we have right now. What do you think, guys? I think that it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, right now we are finished with unwrapping, and now we can go to put it all back together. So let's start with the block. Where are all necessary things? Okay, screws are here. This cover is here. Yeah, I don't have to forget to the RGBs. So let's put them back. Oh man. I would be very happy to have third hand to do these things. Do it with just two is not as easy as it looks like. Okay, perfect, just gentle touch to push it all down. Now we can put it back this way. Yes. Where are two screws? One is here. Not fully touch it, not fully screw it. And now let's do the second one. Come on. Gently, because it's acrylic, not the metal. I think that we are fine. And what do you think? I think that is absolutely perfect. The combination of the carbon-like sticker plus this, just perfect. Okay. And now let's bring the motherboard. Here we have the motherboard. I will put the radiators aside because we don't need them anymore right now. And let's do the motherboard. Okay. So with what we will start? Let's start with the plastic cover here. First we need to place back the RGB connector, which is here. I hope that it is possible to put it inside only one way. Yes, we are in. Okay. Oh, screws. I hope that I did not lost any washes. Okay. not to scratch it, and don't forget to IO shield, as always. So, this... Okay. That's gonna be challenge, because you don't want to damage it. Or at least I don't want to. This way. Okay, then this way. Perfect. And this. It always looks like, yeah, it's easy, I can do it for the first time. And the reality is, after 2 hours, how the hell I can put it back? Oh yeah, there are sliders on the side. I didn't see them. Jesus. Okay, okay. Okay, one side is fine, and what about the second one? Ha! Oh, not really. Not really. Okay. Oh my goodness. This way? Yes, this way. Okay, okay. Finally. Perfect. One screw, second screw. Just perfect. 2 screws without washes. Or with one? Without. No, with the washes. These are these two. Perfect. First thing is done. Now let's put this thing back. Still clear. I can use the old thermal pad. It doesn't matter because this board was never used. It should somehow slide in. Probably. Not really. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just perfect. So far, so good, or at least in my point of view. I can see that I probably should be more strict with the edge lines, but it has its carbon effect, so we are fine. Okay. This one is the bottom one. And last screw, and we are finished. So you can check this out. A bit more, okay. In my humble opinion, I think that it looks perfect, and if you add this, it will sit more or less. It's not a perfect fit, but something like this, a bit aside, of course, but I will need to, I don't know to do that. Something like this. I think that color composition with black and copper looks absolutely glorious. I don't know what you think, guys, but I am very happy. You can let me know in the comment section. And with this, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope that we will see you again with next DIY video about this copper themed build. See you guys. Have a good one.